the Can We Talk podcast, episode 48. We are one away from 50, and I do plan on having some kind of celebration. No, not some kind. It's gonna be a party. Like I think I'm gonna remember like spring break, summer jam shit. To like mad people just everywhere doing shit, and like the people who are recording like don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like I just to get to 50 is a milestone, and I don't think any of y'all who have started your podcast has even come close. And not to say that what you guys did wasn't dope. It just wasn't this. Who's making noise upstairs? Jesus Christ. At least sweeping or cleaning. God damn. But yeah, this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 48, featuring my favorite person ever, Robyn.
Hi, I'm back. On screen this time.
BBLs. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. You know what?
This is going to be a short episode, allegedly. You know?
Y'all don't understand. Every time he says short, right? It's never short. Ever.
It'd be short sometimes.
No, it doesn't.
It's never been short?
No.
I thought it's been short.
Every time you said it, it's never
every
been
time
short.
I say it out loud. Okay, Gotcha. I'm tired. I'm tired. Just having multiple conversations like periodically is really difficult when you're trying to schedule times. Like you get off at 7:30, you got a video call. 8 o'clock, you got a video call. 9 o'clock, you got a video call, and you're just like, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
And now that I'm the podcast guy, then
you gotta talk about it. You gotta talk about it.
And I never saw it being this. And to those who may, want to be a part of the podcast, the structure is always video chat. And that's just to gauge your conversation skills. Because if you can't even keep me interested while via video chat, you don't stand a chance here. It's going to sound awkward. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be really stupid sounding. And I've tried to go out of my way to make sure it doesn't sound stupid sounding. So, yeah, I've had some people who are just high out of their fucking minds, lit out of their fucking minds, trying to hold a whole conversation. I'm just like asking just key conversation points. Just like, yo, who are you? What do you do? How do you do it? And a lot of people tend to not know that.
I'd be nervous.
I don't think it's a nervous thing. I think it if you when it comes to the podcast itself, when I ask or someone asks me about like how to get on, I always give them that exact answer. Like, yo, let's just talk. Let's chop it up. Because it can turn into fire. It can turn into consistent conversations. Where Marie, like that's a consistent conversation. She has her own podcast or whatever with Ashley, but it's a consistent conversation to where like, all right, you gonna dog me on the internet, but you definitely gonna be on here and agree with me.
Shout out to Marie. I love her. I absolutely love her.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is one of those episodes where it's like, this is what it's like sometimes. Sometimes you don't actually want to record. But if you're looking to continue to do it and you want to make this something that you're doing consistently, you'll come across these gems to where we can just kind of chop it up and record at the same time. I think a lot of people look at like the Joe Buttons, who is like my idol, the Charlemagne's and Andrew Schultz and the other people that are doing it at the highest level. Understand they started in like 2016, 2015. And they just started seeing bags, you know. And I don't do this for money per se. It'd be great, but I don't do this for money. Like I really just do it. I did it. I started it for a reason. I started everything just because I wanted to make sure people had a space to be safe at. You know what I mean? A safe space. A safe space.
Space.
But yeah, I don't know. You want to talk about BLs or where do you want to go?
I'm not ready for that yet.
You want to talk about like black men?
Black men's mental health matters. Yes.
What does that mean to you?
First of all, shout out to these shirts. Okay. Shout out to these shirts. I found a man who donated or sold the shirts. I'm not too sure. I take this step class and he provided shirts for everybody in that step class, and they're based out in Atlanta. I said I need that. So I had to find his Instagram, ask him, hey, are you making these shirts and are you possibly shipping? He hit me back with a yes to both, and I was like, bet. I don't care how much, I need those. And here we are matching for the first time. But to me, it doesn't get talked about enough, especially growing up in mainly black homes. Like, we were never taught anything as far as like keeping our mental together. I know I grew up in a home where, you know, loved my family. Before I say anything else after that, loved my family. But everything that, you know, people would go through in general, just men or women, I was always taught, you know, just pray about it. You'll be all right. Just pray about it. Sleep it off. Whatever. So I can only imagine what it's like in a man's head, a black man's head, especially everything that's going on in the world, losing black men left and right to senseless violence, gun violence, police brutality, anything like that. So it's just, we gotta be aware, like, black men need to be protected at all costs, just like black women, you know, just saying. But black men need to be protected, like, especially the mental, okay? The mental, it matters. It really does matter.
And I think that's a key point, right? Like, when it comes to, I don't even want to go into both, but like when it comes to black men in general, like, our moves dictate so much, like, every day. Like, I never have told you this, but like, anytime, like, I'm happy to have a car with no tint. Mm-hmm. Right? I've been pulled over before. It's never been hostile or anything like that. But like, I think that's why. Yeah. You know, and then just for me personally, and again, I've never told you this, but even you blowing vape smoke out of my vehicle it targets me as a black man driving. Right? And I don't put myself in positions to kind of get put in those kind of elements, but there's always elements that exist. And one thing that Sierra had, or I don't know if we did this off air or on air, excuse me, but you just gotta know you just gotta know. You gotta know how to move. And I think a lot of people move because they think we deserve to move, and maybe we should move like that. And then if we did that as a collective, we would all be in a better place. But people have thoughts. People have families to protect. People have interests to protect, and we have to move with a level of grace. But when it comes to men's mental health, I don't think women, and I'm not just saying black women, of course not, but like just women in general, I don't know what to say. Like, I just know and understand, like, there's a unhealthy balance between concerns with black women and black men. And again, it's still always like when I say black men, I just mean black men in general, but like all men in general. I think there's an imbalance with the communication, because a lot of times women will sit here and say, hey, I did this, this, and this. But did they really ask that man what this, and this is for them? Yeah. Like, I could care less if you cook. I don't care. I don't care if you cook. I don't care if you clean. I don't care. That's not what will drive me. You know what I mean? So that can affect the black man's mental health, right? Like, if this is what you're giving me, right? If you're like, all right, Just examples of how I love you. I cook, I clean, and I organize. Great. Fan-fucking-tastic. Great. I'm happy the household is like that. But if you're talking to a man who really doesn't care about that, like, I cook, I clean, I do all that by myself. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know if women are, and I'm not going to say black women, I'm just saying all women in this sense, who taught you how to treat a man? And if it's your father, he wasn't the guy he is now, then I promise you. That's why I push back on Marie. That's why I push back on a lot of sentiments of like women, but I'm not your mother. But you want me to be your father? I push back on that sentiment so much because I just don't understand. If a mother, you can talk right after this. No, you can't. Yeah, this is the 90s. She can talk when I say it. I'm just saying, like,
they out tonight.
I'm just saying, like, in just regards to those conversations, right? Like, women will be like, I'm not your mother. I don't pick up after you. What if your mother picked up after you? And if your father is the guy who's the car guy, and you want the guy to be the car guy, what's the difference?
Okay, look, this is the first and last time I'm gonna speak about this. Okay, if I tap back into my brain, like a few years ago, right, when a woman says the whole I'm not your mom, right, it's more so of a 9 times out of 10, it's probably a action, like they've been told to do something or something like that, right? When it comes to women saying they want to, like, I definitely have said, I want to find somebody like my dad, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not because he does this, because he does that, like, physically. It's more of like the mindset of the way you gotta understand. I've seen my parents, they've been married for what year is it? 42 years, right? So I've seen what they do for each other, and that's what I take from it. It's never been my dad does this, yes, my dad taught me how to change a tire, but that was me because I didn't know if my future, my husband would be able to do that, right? But it's more so just like simple things, like just the way that they love, care, and adore for each other. Things like that. That's the way that I've always perceived it. Not like my dad took the trash out, so you gotta take the trash out all the time. I'm not touching it. You know what I mean? It's not anything like that. But when guys say like things and say it in a commanding or like just a command type of way, like it's like, okay, I'm not your mom. Like, chill out. So that's how I take it. When it's the I'm not your mom, it's because it's something physical. When it's the I want to find somebody like my dad, there's a difference of I'm not your mother and I want to find somebody like my dad. There's two different things. So they don't compare for me, but that's just me. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. That's my mindset.
So what about me? We're in a relationship currently. Mm-hmm. What does that look like for you? For me? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know fully what you're asking me.
As far as like, what do I do? How do I act? Am I a man?
I think so.
Yeah, barely?
Barely. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I identify as a man.
I identify as a cactus.
Same. Shark sometimes.
Yes! Dolphin! That's me.
Grasshopper. It just depends on how I feel.
Land, lion, sea, dolphin. Facts. I got it.
I identify. It's on my ID card.
Anyway. I cannot. What do you... Okay.
I'm just asking if do I fit into your norms of what a man should be. Mm-hmm. What are those norms?
Oh, you wanted me to dig deeper. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I can just say yes. You're kind. You have a kind heart and a kind spirit. Unless people take you there, then you gotta fuck shit up mentally.
Oh yeah, I'll fuck everybody up.
Mentally, right? Not physically, right? Don't do all that.
Mentally fuck you up.
So, you're chivalrous. Like, I really thought for the longest, like, chivalry was dead. And you do not let me touch one door in sight. Except for the car. That's just, I can't do the car.
Yeah, that's tough. Like, my knee hurts. I'm older now. I can't get around the car no more. Like, I can't just, like, I can't get out and open it no more.
I'm gonna start waiting when we get out of the car. I'm
a little older. I'm a little older. I can't maneuver.
But as far as every store door, like, you don't let me touch a door. You care. Like, you really do care as far as, like, how are you doing? What's going on? What's wrong? You will not let me be sad. Even if I want to be sad, just leave me in my miserable bubble. You won't let me.
Facts.
And that means a lot to me because I will stay in my mental miserable bubble for however long I can be, but you will not let me do that. And that matters to me, like, because I will stay there for years. I have before. And I hate going to those dark spaces, but you definitely take me out of those dark spaces when I try to go that way. You're like, sure, nope. So, but yeah, you definitely, you are amazing. Like,
Sometimes
when you're not annoying, like, when you're just not mocking me, you guys. This man mocks me all the time.
mocking me.
Me. I'm like, I don't sound like that. Stop. But yeah.
Things are grown and, like, learned. Like, I promise you, this version of me is not the version that. Actually, I think this is fun time. So, remember when I told you that there was going to be possibly an X, and I was like, avoid that episode. Mm-hmm. I avoided the episode because I remembered why I don't like this person. I was like, oh, wow. This is a sign. Shout out to you for doing what you think you're doing. And shout out to you for, existing. And it sucks. But I have love for everybody that's been around me and has existed around me as well, but certain people, congratulations. You made it to your end. I didn't mean this to be a talking shit episode, but it is.
Look. I was going to change it to we've grown so much, like... We're just gonna shift all the way. Like, if I really think back to when we met, like, I would have never seen this.
The strip club?
No.
No, we were at the strip club. We met at a strip club, guys.
Let's clarify before that rumor is just out there. We met in the parking lot of a strip club. And I'm saying it where I'm recorded so everybody knows that. We met in the parking lot. We met... And he left after that.
I did pull up and then I did leave.
It was for her birthday. Okay. Birthday girl said,
did y'all go in?
Keep going. Yes, we went in.
Alright, so we met at a strip club.
We met in the parking lot of a strip club.
I don't even know where I went after that, to be honest. I don't even know. I probably didn't go home.
Jeez, that was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago.
That's how old I am.
When I met you, I wasn't even of age to drink. Like, that's wild.
You should probably not say that.
I wasn't drinking back then, so it's safe.
Okay, yes.
I was not drinking back when I literally went out as far as, like, turning 18 and going to the club. 18 and 20 was lit. When you're sober and just in the club, just...
Oh, party sober was fire back in the day.
I love being sober.
You be on your vibe. Like, you don't understand when people rubbing on you and shit. Like, you just like, yeah, do it. Just not confused. But
you're so alert, though. Like, I remember being there, and I will never forget dude's face. I will not say. I want to say his name out loud, but I won't.
Devontae, she's coming for. I don't know. I don't know.
He was one of those old geezers in the club, like just trying to get whatever he could.
Oh, I would hate to be that.
Yes, and I will never forget. I was 18 years old, and he like groped me, like grabbed, like Donald Trump grabbed me, like literally.
Pussycat.
Yes, and I was just so uncomfortable. But I was 18. Like, I didn't know anything about the club. I literally went to the club at 18. I wasn't sneaking in before that. So, it was just like, okay, I'm ready to go.
She said, cool, bang, boom, what?
I'm
okay.
ready to go. I'm done. Like, I've just been assaulted, and I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah.
So, but after that, it was all right. He kept coming around every week, and I was like, no, fuck you.
Particular person, was he your ex?
No. Okay. I did not know this man.
I'm so confused.
I didn't know this man. He was like 10 years old. He's one of those older ones, just there.
That's how I met Ashley.
Oh, well, there you
go. We used to definitely kick it. Me, Ashley, and her dude at the time, we always will kick it. He was like 30. Shout out to Ashley. I hope she comes on one day, but she has gone out of her way to avoid us.
I love you, Ashley. I really do. Like, I hope you see this and know this. We do love you. Like,
I fuck with you. I really want you to be back here. Last time you were here, we had an amazing conversation.
That's how this all started. Like, literally.
Clap cheeks.
I was talking about reuniting, but
yeah, we reunited them cheeks.
You know
can't
what?
show your mom this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna post this. I work at a middle school, damn it. Like, I can't even show. I'm friends with middle school teachers. I don't want to show them this anymore. Like,
they got clap cheeks too.
I don't want to see them like that. That's their business.
What's the truth?
It don't matter.
You don't want to see the truth.
I just don't want to know their business.
You don't have to know the business. Their business. You don't have to know it. It's clap cheeks area.
See,
the older you get, the more clap cheeks you're going to see.
I'll post this on my Instagram, but I'm not posting it on my Facebook. Nope. Don't tag me on Facebook. Don't do it.
I don't be tagging people. I'm going to tag you now.
No, do not tag me when this comes out. Don't tag me. Do not. Because they definitely clicking. What is this? Like, don't tag me. Don't see this. Sorry. Sorry, coworkers.
Flashing light energy is crazy. I like it.
Imagine if it was dark in here. Like, it's just going. We need to do one in the dark.
Oh, 50's gonna be crazy.
Oh, shoot.
Like, we're gonna strobe lights. Like, it's gonna be crazy. And I'm spending a bag on 50.
Y'all don't understand. Like, whenever like Calvin thinks of something, like, he will only think it, and you will know the day it happens. He won't tell me anything because he's thinking right now. Like,
absolutely.
And it drives me nuts.
And it's only because, like, I go through the whole thing in my mind. Like, I go from start to finish, so I'll be like, it's going to be a movie. And I'm going to start the movie at point A, and it's going to end, and I'm going to see exactly what it's going to look like. Like, I know personalities, I know partnerships, I know, like, what it will look like.
You do that with everything, though. That's like with food. We'll wake up one day on the weekend, you're like, let's go. And I'm like, where are we going? And
I don't know.
We pop up at a food truck with empanadas. I'm like, why were you making this in the morning?
I wasn't craving empanadas the night before. I woke up and I just researched. Like, I love food. Shout out to me for loving food the real way. A lot of people out here be selling plates and really be selling dreams.
Why are you going in on people?
Because it's annoying. It's actually really annoying because, like, you can't have my opinion and then take my opinion and then do exactly what I told you to do without consulting me. That was like 3 different scenarios that have happened and all into one. But, like, no, I love food.
You do. Let's get back to that.
I'm a food guy. Mm-hmm. I'm a super foodie. Like, I'm not a foodie. I'm a super foodie. You know?
You can have that title. That's fine. Because I can't.
I love food. Like, I love, like, what makes me feel good on the weekends is trying something I've never tried before. I don't care if it's the same style of food. Like, I want to try different restaurants and things like this. And a rep that has been stolen upon me is that I'm not fucking with black-owned businesses. Because I don't fuck with Cajun Eats.
Oh, God.
That's an ideal. But I'm just like... And I've also encouraged people to go there. Like, I do the same thing. I'd be like, I don't fuck with the food, but I'm like, still go. Because the environment is amazing. Like, you can't recreate that. And it's in Pflugerville.
Yeah, it's a
That's
vibe.
the only black-owned vibe area in Pflugerville. You don't have one in Cedar Park. There's not one in Georgetown. There's not one in Round Rock. Like, it's in Pflugerville. And they got I remember when we went, I was like, I grew up here. Like, to have this experience here is fire.
Your friend was on a horse.
That's not my friend. That's someone who was on an episode of the Can We Talk podcast at some point. Back then, it wasn't called that, but yeah.
Your people.
It's not my people.
No, but like, I love your mindset as far as like wanting to try and new things, and you will take it a step further to look at the menu and be like, okay, that's something she'll eat. That's fine, and I love it. I love that you do that. However, right, my brain has to be mentally prepared to be on go. Like, you'll be ready in that very moment, and I know nothing that's going on. Like, nothing. You're just like, get dressed, we're leaving. We're going. Where are we going? You'll find out when we get there.
Isn't that what women want?
I mean, like I said,
Like, don't they want the get dressed, be ready by 9, let's go. I just do it at a heightened level. Like, be dressed already. It's time to go.
It's just different. Like, maybe I've never had that done before, and I'm just like, or I don't know. You be liking to go to sleep late and then wake up early too. So I'm not ready for that either. You can either get the night owl me or you can get the early bird the next day.
I'm neither, which is crazy.
I can't be both. See, that's what I'm saying. And you'll do both to me. We will stay up and then we'll get up early. And I'm like,
let's go. It's time to go.
I've slept 2 hours. Like, what do you mean we're leaving right now?
Let's go.
I was in the middle of a dream. What do you, huh? Where?
Let's go.
I just want to sleep. I just work dealing with kids all day. Like, I just want to sleep on the weekend. I'm like that. But at the same time, I do want to get up and do stuff. But I just, mentally, I'm not there. Night owl, early bird. You pick one, not both.
I just wanted to use all my time.
I get it.
Right, like even going to Houston going there felt so long.
We took a different route too.
I don't remember Houston going to Houston feeling that way.
And we didn't even make it to Houston. Like, we weren't even there.
Yeah, we were 30 minutes out.
Yeah.
I remember being like going to Houston like, okay, this is a day trip. Let's pull up, go back. Now it's like
I've never taken that route before. Like, I've never traveled on that road, so it was very different and uncomfortable for me. It was very uncomfortable.
It's new. I talked to my mom's, and she was like, yeah, 193 is crazy. And I'm like, I just remember there being 2 lanes on each side. Springdale was where my mom used to work. She used to work in a shopping center with the HEB, and I said, now Ross. And I was like, I don't remember there being a Ross in this plaza. And that's where I was going to say, like, just pull over, let's hang out, because I know body language. Like I know your body language at this point. So I was like, are you alright? He was like, no, I just want to get there. And I was like, we can just go, like, turn off here and just go to this Ross.
We were so close at that point. Like, yeah. I just couldn't. But I don't know. I haven't traveled, like, all that. I didn't even realize they turned 183 into a toll road. And then I never traveled on 71 like that.
Yeah.
Like, I've always went 290 to go to Houston. So
same.
I was just like, where are we going? I don't know where we're going. Yeah. So it was different. And then a lot of trucks, so I was bobbing and weaving. I just don't like being behind trucks. I already got a whole crack through my windshield. I don't need another one. So It was just too much. My mind. That's why I kept playing like old school music so much. Like
I didn't hear none of that shit.
I know you did. It's like I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna buy because I know his headphones are in. He just got them. The bitches is loud.
Kyrie just injured his ankle.
I was like, he's not paying attention, so I'm gonna listen to whatever. Okay. I think I listened to Drake at one point.
Yeah, fuck that nigga when I'm on the road.
I listen to shit. Our communication is null and void when it comes to being on the road.
Oh yeah, we don't even talk to each other.
We do not talk.
We have there's no conversation. Well, even if we don't like each other, we'll wait till we get there.
It really does seem like we just don't fuck with each other, but it's not the case. Like the first time, whenever we traveled out of town, I discovered that he is so focused when he's driving that he will tune me out or listen to, podcasts, different things going on in the world, sports, whatever. So I'm like, cool. That relaxes him. Cool. I'll just listen to some music in my headphones and vice versa. Like I'll listen to music when I'm driving and he'll, do whatever. He does not like cars. So we're just like, okay, whatever gets you comfortable, that gets you there, cool. I'm cool with it. But it really looks like we don't fuck with each other at all.
We're just in the car like, did you see my Uber driver looking ass? Hi.
Right.
My name is Robyn, and yeah. Do you want to sit in the front or the back? My ass front. Let me see what you're doing.
The only interaction we had was, can you get my tissues in the back seat? Like,
oh, that was game changing. It felt love. Babe, how much? How many? You want to spread it out for you? It was crazy.
That drive back was crucial. I was literally sneezing the whole time.
Yeah, that was crazy. For me too. I'm like, is she gonna sneeze us off the road? Like, what's going on?
No, but I can control myself when I sneeze. I've been doing this since I was 3. Okay, I know.
I think I saw you like driving with your elbows at one point.
So yeah, so a lot of people have their wheels low enough to they'll do it with their knee, right? I can't because I'm not coordinated like that. I feel like I'll slip. Like that's how we'll end up off the road, right? So I get the tissue and then I like fold it a certain way, and I need both my hands because I've tried to blow with one hand and it just don't work. It's just weird. So I'm like, my elbows get on the wheel, but I can control my elbows. So all I'm doing now, I'm just like. So yeah, I definitely did that a couple times. I knew he was gonna notice too. I was like, oh, don't freak out, don't freak out.
Why are you touching your phone, yo? Your boy just.
And that was every time it was just music. Like, okay, I listen to all of Drake's essentials. Let me go to Wayne. Like, that's all. And then I put it back down because I know how he is. Like, I've learned, like, don't fuck with your phone. Do not fuck with your phone. Okay.
Your boy is just like, I don't fuck with my phone when I drive because I've seen so many scenarios that exist in this universe to where it's like, yo, you was texting yo, and your whole shit got wrecked. So. I'm pressing cargo.
I get it. And every time I did it, if you ever watch strategically, right, I did it whenever we hit straights and there were no cars around. Every time I did it.
I noticed that for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at your rear and I was like.
Every time I did it, it was never a curve where I changed music. It was never cars around. I listened to a song on repeat 5 times before I change the song, as long as we're in a safe area. And I've caught myself doing that with Brittany now. Like, we left the grocery store. It was either like Monday or Tuesday, and it was at night, and she was driving, and she had her phone. She was looking at something. I don't even know what she was looking at. But then in my peripheral vision up on the road, I saw a whole fucking deer cross the street. And I was like, oh my God, there's a deer, slow down. Like, and she put her phone down. She's like, where? Like, but I saw it and I knew it could have been like catastrophic. So I was like, chill.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't condone being on your phone on a highway or even in a non-lit area on your phone. People are in jail today because they texted Yo, on the way, OTW, boom. That's what I'm trying to avoid in being just a fucking adult. Like, I'm like, I don't want to fuck it up doing something that stupid. Because that's dumb. Like, if you're on the highway, focus on the highway.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So, Houston, Katie. So, from Katie versus Plano, because they're very much the same area. And they're all respectable areas in regards to that. So, Plano versus Katie. Let's talk Plano. Let's talk Katie.
Okay.
Hotel wise, restaurant wise, go.
Hotel wise, give me a minute. Let me scan the hotel in Plano. Okay, there was a barn door for the bathroom. It was definitely. It was smaller, but it was bigger at the same time. Like, it was just a different, like, the way that the hotel was in Plano, it was a different layout than I'm used to seeing before, as far as, like, the bathroom versus separated from, like, the room. And in Plano, they were, like, together, separated with a barn door, and behind the bed was, like, the bathroom. So that was different.
So, let's do 5 kind of, like, instance per each hotel. So, 1, comfortability. 2, accessibility. 3, look at burp. Sorry, guys. 3, location. 4, food around the location. And let's do like 20 miles out, because we didn't go far for either. And then 5. The 5 is something that I was going to be funny about. 5 is bed sheets.
Okay, so would you start with comfortability? I'm gonna give that one to Katie.
Katie? So Katie has 1 point?
Yeah, I give it to Katie. Only because my face broke out in Plano.
The first time?
That was not okay.
Was it okay? I was concerned. I was
know,
like,
it
what
was so
the fuck
blotchy.
is
I was like,
going on?
What did I do? Did I not take my makeup off? Like, no. So, yeah, I definitely give that one to Katie. Accessibility, as far as, like, the hotel being accessible.
Where the hotel is and things we may need just normally.
Katie.
Katie up too. Why?
The stores were closer. I don't remember us going to, like...
Oh, the Walmart,
right.
Everything was like super duper close.
Yeah, I don't remember us doing that in Plano.
The Ross wasn't far, and we didn't have to get on the highway for a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Everything was like 40 miles an hour. I was like, good God. I can't do this.
We didn't have to get too far, like, because the Ross, that Velvet Taco.
Yeah. The
Ross was trash there.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. A lot going on with nothing there. What was next? Accessibility, comfortability. I don't know what you said next.
I think overload. Oh, I will probably be wrong in saying this, but I think overlong location, just in space to like where that's positioned. You kind of already answered it.
Yeah, that's probably still be Katie.
And then food, like food, and let's go food.
Hot pot versus hot pot.
Fusion versus Shabu Town.
Yeah. I never noticed the name till now. So you said it out loud. Shabu Shabu.
Shabu Town.
Hot pot. Shabu Shabu.
No, the thing is fusion. Fusion versus Shabu Town.
I know, but that's what Shabu Shabu is. That's what it says on the labels whenever we go to Kmart.
That's a style of cooking. Shabu. which is thin cut meat. In whatever language that is.
I'm gonna go Plano. I said it there, and I'm gonna say it again. Plano.
I liked both.
I did too. It's a close
I
call.
like both because like we were there so late that no one was there, and we were there so early that no one was there. So ideally, we got the best worlds. And when we were there in Plano, like there was like not a lot of stuff. I guess like I don't even remember because that shit wrapped around everything.
I think there was a lot. It was just the structure, like the layout of it, and then with the one in Katy, it didn't. They provided the meats, regardless of the meats being out the whole time. They provided the meats, whatever you wanted, how much you wanted. They just didn't cut up enough.
That's true. I think that in Fusion, we had to go grab the meat. Oh, we did because it was either going to be an option for the hot pot or the actual Korean barbecue grill.
They had both options. So
overall, what's your favorite? Katy or Plano?
They're both good though. Like
I enjoyed my experience in Katy. And that was my ideal to try to find a place. Like, if we needed to go to Houston, we could have. But I was like, I don't really want to be in Houston right now because everyone's in Houston doing day parties and
Brittany was.
Brunches.
Brittany was. She was like, we're here if y'all want to pull up. I was like...
Oh, yeah. That sucks.
First of all, she sent it in my family group chat, so I thought it was just a general, like, this is where I am if anybody needs to know. I didn't know it was an invite for us to pull up at first. And then she told me after I got back, and I was like, oh, my bad. I was like, we were by so many places. We were good.
I was okay with Kate. Like, so, the area was just like fine. You know, I'm gonna lie. I lied. I was like, yeah, I chose this. But I really just picked things that I knew were going to be close to water. And I wanted to be by water. And then us, like, getting there, I'm just like, all these fucking restaurants. Like, god damn. I literally was, like, in the passenger seat looking. Like,
it was a lot.
I was like, oh, shit.
Let me tell you, look, this is how crazy it was. Like, we got there. He was like, oh my gosh, this is a Hawaiian place. This is Cajun. We can eat both tonight. And I was like, I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I was like, will those two digest tomorrow? Like, they are not going to digest.
I need both of them. We can go get this. We can go get that.
I let you have that moment for a good 10 minutes. And if you did not come off of it, he did. He was like, okay, we'll just do Cajun food. But if he didn't come off of it, I was like, look, I'm going to pick one. You can have both. I'm not doing that. He wanted both, and look, sir, you're doing too much. You excited me out of town, and you trying to do too much.
I was confused. Like, I love food. Like, I saw both, and I was like, and I'm catching restaurants while you're driving, so you're probably not paying attention to them. But like, I'm catching restaurants. I'm like, like I'm coughing. I want that too. I want everything in the strip.
He's like a kid in a candy store when it comes to food.
Drive around. Just drive around the restaurant.
He definitely had me driving around. And he's like, did you see that? No, babe, I'm driving. Like, did you not see I almost hit a passenger or a pedestrian? Like, no.
I didn't say shit.
He's like, no. Did you not see that? No. I was waiting for little Susie and little Michael to cross the street. Like, calm down.
Yeah, it was wild. But I enjoyed my time in Houston.
I did too.
It wasn't Houston, Katy, but like it still felt like
West
we didn't go
Houston.
there.
Okay, my Snapchat said West Houston, so we was in West Houston. Damn it.
On the west side?
West side.
But it still didn't work. Like, just like for me personally, like that break didn't work. Did it work for you?
No, not really.
Because it just felt like we're there. Okay. Cool. We're there. Let's figure it out. Let's go to Walmart. Let's do things we would normally do. And then the next day, you feel it the most because you're like, fuck, we gotta leave at 11.
I think it's because we did Katie in a day and we did Plano in 2.
Originally.
Yeah. So I think that makes a difference too. So
we didn't figure it out, guys.
it was fun in theory. It was a little mini vacay. When I say mini,
I think I hated everyone in the pool. I think we should have had pool time. I think being black, we should have had some pool time.
you were not getting the pool regardless.
I would have gotten that pool if that white man wasn't in there for 4 hours straight. He was in that pool for 4 hours straight. We started. Okay, guys. This is not the Can We Talk podcast, but it will be listed on there. So there's this white man. This white man was in the pool at the hotel for 4 hours straight. And you know how I know? Because our hotel room was positioned right outside of the pool.
On the second level, of course.
Of course. So he couldn't see us hating. But
I wasn't hating.
I was.
I didn't know. I'm just now finding
I was
this out.
upset. He was in the pool for 4 hours
You were not
straight.
getting in the pool.
I would have gotten that pool if he was in there.
I took my swimsuit. You didn't even take like anything swimwear.
I would have been naked. I don't give a fuck.
Bye. Okay. All right, guys. It's been fun.
This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 48, featuring Chef Cal and Robyn Hill.
I didn't know what was about to come out of his mouth. Thanks. I had a good time, you guys.